Hey guys, I was just doing a bit of analysis of a game and working towards a course that I'm building, and I've come across a very, very interesting line, and I thought that you might like to know about this. So it comes from a very, very, very common situation, and the move that the engine suggested for black, right? I've never considered it. I don't know if I've ever seen it, right? But check this out. So this comes from a position which is from the Italian opening, Italian four knights. Okay, so we'll look at it from the white perspective. We'll look at it from the black perspective as well. So you might get it from standard Italian game: e4, e5, knight to f3. This is the Petrov. Other knight comes out, or that way as well. Okay, so you've got the four knights game, and then the bishop comes out to c4. Now these moves could happen in all kinds of orders. You could do it get it from the Vienna game. You could get it from the Petrov, like we've seen with both f knights coming out, or the standard Italian game with this knight, then this knight. But whatever, it really doesn't matter. But this is the key position. Okay, now this position has been seen so many times. It's incredibly common. For good reason. It makes a lot of sense. Both sides have got both knights out in the board. Knights before bishops is a general principle. And white is now taking the advantage to develop the bishop that he can develop, because the b pawn or d pawn haven't moved, so this bishop can't develop. The queen's got nothing to do right now. So he's developing a piece and he's preparing to castle at the same time. Okay, so far so good. And this is all good. Now, can you spot the ideal continuation for black that the engine suggests right now? And I have to say, it involves a pawn fork, or even a couple of pawn forks. Check this out. So, what would you play? If you were white in this position, what would you play? You'd probably just, be thinking about going ahead and castling. You might play d3 at some point to release this bishop and stuff like that. But this is one of those positions. It just looks like it's been seen a million times. It's dull as dishwater, but apparently not according to Stockfish, who comes up with this. Knight takes e4. Okay, looks like a sacrifice, right? But check out this continuation. Okay, knight takes knight. d5, the pawn fork, hitting two pieces, right? What a lot of fun. Now, what I'm going to show you now is the continuation that the engine suggests. And check it out. So you can't save both pieces, you're going to lose one piece. So here, the bishop retreats. Now, if pawn takes, we've got bishop takes, and that's probably slightly better for white. In fact, I'm on the analysis board, so we can actually check that out. Okay, so pawn takes there, bishop takes, and white is slightly up, 0.25 up at this point. Okay, so both sides, yes, the material is actually equal now at this point. Actually, now it's settled down to 0, so it's completely drawn. Okay, the move that the machine suggests is knight to b4. Attacking the bishop, and then knight back to g3 by white. Okay, and now this is slightly better for black, and the next move is another pawn fork, right? e4, pawn fork, and now it's bang level again. This is mental. So what an exciting position. It really, really is. You've got so on white's side, white can now get ready to castle, but obviously you might want to think about saving some material first. So white is going to lose a piece, okay? Very likely. Or maybe queen e2, is that even suggested? No. What's the... Okay, so the computer's now saying bishop takes e4 is best. D takes e4. Wow. Okay, so white is down a piece. It looked as though black was sacrificing his knight at the beginning of this line. It turns out that it's actually, no. What am I on about? 3 minor pieces, 3 minor pieces. Okay? So, yeah, black went down a minor piece, and now white does go down a minor piece. Okay, so material is now equal, and we have this position on the board. Now, if you find, let's look at this 4 knights situation again. If you find this kind of dull, right, then, and you're playing black, you might want to spice it up, because what an interesting line, yeah, to here. And then the continuation is knight takes e4, okay, and guess what, this is balanced, 0-0-0, right? So white has a development lead and is ready to castle, okay. Black is a pawn down, I think, in material, and has this knight out there in the board. But if you're playing black and you like the idea of wide open, expansive games, black on the other hand still got the bishop pair. Okay, so there's lots to explore with this. I think this is absolutely fascinating. So what's it saying next? It's saying bishop out to f5 is the best move, and then a3 to kick the knight, and now queen d5. Huh? Queen d5. And still we are bang balanced. It's saying this game is entirely in the balance. Okay, so it's saying, yeah, you take my knight, I'm going to take yours with check. Wow, this is a spicy game, okay? So if you like your Italian spicy, this is what to do. Okay, so what we'll just do now is we're going to flip the board. Let's go back to the start. Okay, now from the black perspective, let's do it slightly different move order. Okay, so classic Italian, right? There we go. It slightly favours white at this point. White has the first move advantage. And then let's say white plays out another knight. So boring, boring, boring 4 knights. Yawn, yawn, yawn. This is the standard Italian setup. So if you see this and you don't want a kind of a locked off, because very often you'll get, you know, like pawns coming out, pawns there, preventing the knight from coming, you know, all this kind of nonsense. Which is, you know, completely classic stuff. But if you like your Italian hot as black, boom, takes. What? And white will go, what the hey, you've just blundered a piece. And then you go, haha, but have I? Right? And what are they going to do? I mean, a great situation. So let's say, what do we say? They move the bishop back. Was that the move? No, this is that was bad. It's now saying bishop d3. Okay, yeah, bishop comes back to here, so that if knight takes, we take. But you don't do that straight away. What's the computer now? It's now saying f5. f5 is good for black. So there's another possibility. Look at this strong centre that black's got here. Really, really cool. Anyway, I just thought I'd like to share that with you, because it's, you know, it's not often that you find something completely new on like move 4 or whatever in a chess game. So yeah, let me know. I mean, do you play this? Have you played this as black? Do you know about this? Does it have a name? Fascinating stuff. So anyway, just thought I wanted to share that with you guys. Give it a roll if you want to spice up the Italian a little bit, and let me know how you get on. Okay, thanks for watching. See you later.